Hello guys, welcome back to Working with Niko. Today I am in Halden with my boat, and when I'm recording this I already had a trip from Horten and down to Halden. Halden is the southernmost city or town on the east side of the Iddefjorden, so it's a border town to Sweden. And we're barely into Sweden while doing this trip. We're not set foot in Sweden, but we are in Swedish waters sometimes. So half of the trip is done for my part, but it starts now for you. But I'm gonna start with some of the clips that I took yesterday, and I'm gonna film some new clips today and put it all together to a decent boat trip video. So I hope you enjoy. Up here is Fredriksten fortress. It actually saw war once. I don't remember when. I haven't read up about it. But if I'm not completely mistaken, the Norwegian shot a Swedish king from here once in ancient days, or as ancient as shooting can be. It's a nice place. I've seen a lot of TV shows and stuff from there. I've never been up there, but well, it's a steep climb. I don't bother. Not today, at least. I would love to go up there, but right now, I think I'm gonna focus my energy on boating. It's probably a little windy, but I'm gonna try. It's not that bad right now. I'm in Iddefjorden. That is the fjord that goes from Halden town and southwards. So for quite a while now I had Sweden to the west. So this is I'm not sure if that's the only place, but it's the only place of a significant stretch that Sweden is to the west in Norway. So I have Norway on my left side right now and Sweden on the right, or Norway to the east and Sweden to the west, and that is probably the only place in Norway where Sweden is in the west. There might be some small, you know, where the boundary goes or the border goes a little bit down and up again. I don't know, I haven't checked the map that closely, but not for this, to this extension. So I used I don't know, 45 minutes from Halden and down here. I can go a little bit further down, but it's quite shallow. With the wind now, so it's probably not that noisy. The reason why I'm going down here is that I have a sort of a plan of sailing most of the Norwegian coast sooner or later. I've spoken of that before in earlier videos. I'm not gonna do the entire coast in this boat. It's too slow and too noisy for me to do that. I can feel right now, after I spent the whole day yesterday and today at sea, and my head is not very happy, or my face, the trigeminal neuralgia pains is starting to build up. So this is not the boat for the main expedition, but I can explore the Iddefjorden with this boat, and hopefully I will be able to sell this boat and buy another one that is a little bit faster and a little bit quieter. and do most of the coast of Norway. I don't know about the very top part, but at least up to Tromsø. But it would be fun to cross the North Cape and go to some of the fjords in the very top of Norway. It's very beautiful up there. I've seen a lot of videos, and I spent a year also in the Navy up in the north. So I would love to accomplish that idea or dream of mine. But again, not with this boat. One of the reasons my head hurts right now, or my face, is also that I got a volleyball that bounced on my face some days ago. It put me out for 2 days, and then it seemed better, so I took the chance to go on this trip. But it's probably gonna take more than 2 days, 3 days. It's been 4 days now. I felt quite good yesterday, but today is not a good day pain-wise. But I'm out here, so I'm just gonna do the best I can with it. But that's one of the problems about having chronic pain. You never know when it shows up and how hard it's gonna be or how long it's gonna last. But I'm just gonna do my best. Bit windy, but I'm going downwind. I'm going to try, because I just arrived in kind of special place and I've never been there before, but the boat has. This is where this boat was built a long time ago. If you followed my videos, you know that this is a Spjærøy cruiser, and this island to my left on the stern side is Spjærøy. So I don't know exactly where on the island it was built, but this is this boat's birthplace, so I thought I just want to go by it. It's a lovely island, actually. Probably cabins here, but I think there are some people living here on a permanent basis as well. Figured while we're slowed down a little bit, I'm going to check the fuel. Just going to check the direction as well. I don't have an autopilot. See if I have enough to get all the way back. Don't have a fuel gauge, so this is how I measure my fuel. And it's 16 centimeters, so that's a little bit more than half. Just gonna correct it. A little bit more than half of the tank after 12 hours, mostly at 1900, 2000 RPMs. So that's great. It was good to come in among the islands a little bit. When I crossed the Trigeminal, you saw a little bit of that, but I had to alter my course and go, so I had a waves coming in sideways. So I don't have a place to mount the camera on the roof, and my dashboard is currently occupied. It's a mess. So there was no chance for me to really get to film it. It was a little bit hairy. I thought it was fun. I know a lot of people who would think that that was kind of sketchy, but I felt in control, and I always had a possibility to go up against the waves and cross my way to where I wanted to go, but I didn't have to do that. But it was quite bumpy, and I'm kind of excited because I'm going back to Horten today, and ligger og driver utenfor store slettere med motorshop. Det er ikke farlig nær. Jeg driver på en måte nordover forbi store slettere mot nestemann, men det kommer til å ta litt tid før jeg er der i hvert fall. Ja, han begynte å fuske, og så gikk det opp og ned, og så plutselig stoppet det. Og da jeg sjekket tenninga, det virker som kanskje dieselpumpa på kvelden, jeg er ikke sikker. Det er rettrist dieselpumpe. Lyden fra den var borte når jeg prøvde tenninga på nytt. Jeg sjekket kjølevannfilter, og det var jo ikke tett. Men klart, han har gått på 2000 omdreininger fra Fredriksdal. Spjærekrysset med Volvo Penta-motor. Men skal jo tåle 2000 liksom. Looks like we got ourselves some trouble. Engine temperature, it was showing okay. Then the engine shut down. And when I reignited or put the ignition back on, it says that the engine temperature is way overloaded. So I just was on the phone with not a Coast Guard, but a rescue service. I got it started again, so I'm just gonna go real slow for a bit and see if the engine cools down. And hopefully it won't stop on me again, but yeah, as you might hear, it's up and down. And I fear it might diesel pump as well. I couldn't hear anything from that. So, well, luckily it wasn't in the worst position. I'm kind of a bit out from land. And now I have the rescue boat on hold, or they know that there's a situation, so in case of emergency they can come out real quick and tow me in. But yeah, just gonna see what's happening. This is the filter for cooling water. There is some debris in there, but not much really, and it seems to be flowing fine. So that's not why the engine is overheated. I don't know why. And there it stopped again. Better pull them back up. Det var Jørgen Johannessen igjen, det.
Hei, du.
Jeg pratet med deg for litt siden.
Det var nok en kollega av meg. Hva gjelder det?
Motorstans utenfor store sletter. Jeg var på tur til Horten.
Ja, har du stoppet helt, eller?
Ja, jeg fikk den i gang igjen i 5 minutter, men jeg vet ikke, jeg lurer på om dieselpumpa mi er i gang.
Ja, vi sender redningsskjøtta.
Han jeg pratet med i sted, det virket som han kunne tenke seg å sende skjøtta fra Horten, siden jeg var på vei dit. Men det er samme for meg egentlig. Bare komme meg i land før jeg treffer land, på en måte.
Ja, da vi sender Holstøyer nå med en gang, men da er det til medlemstakst. Det som er inkludert medlemskapet er å slippe nærmeste havn.
Ok.
Bare sånn så informert om det, så er 2495 per påbegynte time.
Ja.
Nei, vi sender vår støyer nå i første gang, vi så tar vi det derfra.
Okay, so I'm still in trouble. I double-checked the cooling filter. That was okay. I knew that, but I wanted to be double sure. Rescue is on its way. I made ready an anchor just in case wind blows us in there before the help is arriving. And I put on a vest. So yeah, that's about it. I don't know if they're sending from Horten or Moss. Horten is a bit that way. For me, that would have been 1 hour in the speed that I had before the engine started to mess up. And of course, they're going much faster. Moss is that way behind that island, and some up there. It's shorter. Thing is, I have a membership, so I will get this towing for free, but the conditions is to do the nearest port, which is a bummer because Moss is much closer to me than Horten is, which means that I have to pay I think, no, not 5, but 2,500 kroner for each hour they use to tow me into Horten, and that's a 5 knot tow. I am about that, so yeah, I don't know. 5 knots means some money, but if I'm going back and forth to Moss a couple of times to mend the boat, that will also mean some money. So yeah, I don't know yet. I'm gonna talk to the guys and take it from there. At least it's become a lot more interesting video than I planned for. But okay. There comes the good guys. I took the camera off anything of holds and stands, so I'm afraid I'm gonna have to put it down when I arrive. But I'm gonna film it when we tow anyway. Well, one funny side effect of being towed is how sweet it is to be at sea without all the engine noise. Maybe I should get myself a sailboat. I never sail, or I've been on vacations with sailboats, but I've never been in charge of a sailboat, and I don't know very much about sailing. So, well, I don't know. But of course, sailboats has engines as well. But at least having a more quieter engine, that would be so much better comparing to this noisy one. So, well, of course, I need to fix this engine. I don't really understand why the engine got so hot. Maybe it used a lot of oil. That, of course, is a possibility. I need to check on that. But also the diesel pump stopped working, because I should be able to hear the diesel pump when I turn on the ignition, and I don't. So I don't know. But a malfunctioning diesel pump shouldn't overheat the engine, it should just stop it. So maybe the diesel pump stopped working because yeah, sorry. Maybe the diesel pump stopped working because it got too hot. So that's just a side effect. That is very much possible. Yeah. And the funny thing is, it's been a while now. And the engine temperature, if that meter is functioning as it should, at least, it's still hot. I don't know. Should have turned it down a little bit by now, but well, as soon as we got to port, hopefully we find out. I told them to tow me to Horten, not to my home port, because that's an additional 40 minutes of towing. I'm charged about 3,000 for each hour. So hopefully I can cut down 3,000 on the bill. I could have been towed to the nearest port, which was not Moss, but somewhere called Fuglevik. That would have been free, because I'm a member of the camera went down on me. I could have been towed to Fuglevik, which is free because I'm a member of Redningsselskapet, but since I then have to drive back and forth and take the ferry, which is quite expensive, I chose to have them towing me to Horten. So hopefully I get away with 3,000, unless we take too much time. We're not going directly in. That, I guess that is because of the waves, because yeah, right now we're going directly towards Åsgårdstrand, and Horten is up there. But I guess that is because of the waves, and not so much waves in there. Maybe I can pick up some speed also when we get into flatter sea, and of course it will not be as bumpy as it is right now, because now we're going with the waves sideways, as we've done pretty much all day. But when you're not in control of the boat yourself, and that towing rope is pushing and kind of jumping the boat. I guess it's much better just to be in calm seas instead of those swells. So a little facts about the boat that is towing me right now. It is RS 166 Horn Stayer. It's been operative since 2018, so it's a fairly new boat. In its service so far, it saved 10 lives, assisted 2,497 persons and 1,059 vessels. So I guess they got their money worth. It's operated by volunteers, so those are not paid to do their job. They get equipment and they get all they need to do their job, but this job is a volunteer job. That is to be appreciated. Well, yes, I'm well covered if something should happen, because there is one and there's the other. I don't know if it's coming home from anything or if it's on the way out to anything, but it looks to be exactly the same as the one towing me as well. This is one of the smaller vessels they have. So we're probably at Horten. Since the ferry is right there, the ferry terminal, and we are going in right beside it. They're towing me a little bit further. Then they're gonna put me next to the towing vessel and just drag me alongside the boat into the guest harbor. That's what's going on right now. So finally ashore. That was a ride I didn't expect, but okay. I guess I just have to take that with me and go to the store tomorrow and try to find a new diesel pump and some oil and see if that solves the problem. But now it's late, so luckily it's not more than 15 minutes walk to my car and then a 10 minutes drive, and that's it. So I guess all in all it could be much worse. Probably cost me, it took more than an hour to tow me back here, so probably I need to pay 6,000 for the towing. So maybe it wasn't worth it. And also I need to pay to park it here in Horten guest harbor, but all in all it could be worse. I could be swimming ashore somewhere. But okay, I guess that's a good wrap up for this video. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, especially the last part, and I hope you see you again soon. If you liked what you saw, please comment and subscribe if you haven't done that. That helps the channel to grow and all that, you know the drill. So goodbye for now. I see you on the next one.